All right, so welcome back to Cooking with Neek. On today's cooking segment, we are going to be making some Mongolian chicken. Yum, yum, yum. All right, so we're just switching it up, still using our meats, but we're definitely gonna switch it up. Now you can pair this delicious dish with whatever sides that you like, with rice, I'm just gonna pair it with some spinach, which I am going to saute in the pan, and I'm just gonna pair it with some Mongolian chicken and spinach. But this is how we're gonna make it, the chicken. So we're gonna use some diced chicken. As you can see, I have the saran wrap on because I've been having this marinade. And you guys know I always clean my chicken with what? Water and vinegar, okay? So I let it sit for a little bit and then I rinse it off real good, season it, and I'm gonna show you guys the seasons in a minute. But this is diced chicken breast. I didn't cut it up. I actually bought the chicken breast diced already from Walmart. They do have it. The seasonings that I use is Italian seasoning, okay? So you guys can see. I also use some paprika, okay? You guys know my favorite, adobo, all right? All-purpose seasoning, all right? And then I also use some garlic powder. I also use some onion powder, okay? And then I also use some garlic salt, all right? And of course, my favorite, good old kicking chicken, okay? This is good on any seasoning, on any meat you have, some kicking chickens, preferably chicken. That's what I use it on. Some onion salt, as you can see. Of course, can't forget the good old black pepper. You can throw a little black pepper on there, okay? And so that's the seasonings that I did use on this chicken to let it marinate. Everything else that you're gonna need is for actually making like the sauce and everything. So cornstarch, we're gonna need some cornstarch. You guys know my trusty old light tasting olive oil. You guys know I always cook with this. This is what we're using. Today you're going to need some hoisin sauce. I hope I'm saying it right. Some hoisin sauce. You are gonna need some soy sauce also, okay? And then let's see, I'm going to be using some measuring cups today so I can measure my sauce and everything, so that way we don't make too much or too little. So we're using this measuring cup, and then I will be using the spoons, the measuring spoons, and then of course some minced garlic. And then in our culture, in the West Indian culture, we call these scallions, so I'm used to calling them scallions, but it's green onions, okay? And you can get these at Walmart in the vegetable aisle, so just green onions. We're gonna put that in our pan also. And so let's get into what we're gonna cook our Mongolian chicken. So let's begin. Our stove is gonna be on medium heat, and let's get into it. Matter of fact, sorry. Let me backtrack. So we're going to start with coating our chicken with the cornstarch, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. All right, ladies and gents. So I have my stove on medium heat. You guys know I'm using my trusty old non-stick pan. And I did forget that you do need some brown sugar also. We're gonna be adding some brown sugar to this dish. You guys know, light brown sugar, because we're doing our healthy thing going here. So my stove is on medium heat, and I'm going to add, again, I'm just gonna add some light tasting olive oil. So that's about maybe 2.5 teaspoons, tablespoons. And I'm gonna let the oil heat up a little bit. I have my chicken, my diced chicken, in this container with some cornstarch, as you can see. And I'm just coating my chicken with the cornstarch, and then we're going to throw it in the pan. So I'm going to give you guys a look at how it looks. There it goes. And I'm going to take my trusty old tongue and pick them out. I believe my oil is ready. And we're just going to fry these in the oil, okay? And then I'll show you how they look after. All right, so I am cooking my diced chicken and my cornstarch with the oil. So it's kind of like you're frying the chicken, but you're just really pan frying it. So As you can see, not all of them is cooked all the way. I want it golden brown. So we're gonna cook it for maybe about another 10 minutes. And then we will take them out the pan so we can get the sauce started. So here's what the diced chicken looks like after I fried them. And so what we're going to do is now we're going to make the sauce. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make the sauce. As you can see, I did clean out my pan for the most part. I left a few drippings, and then there's still oil in there because that's what I want. So we're gonna take our minced garlic and we're gonna take a teaspoon. One of our spoons is gonna be the 1 teaspoon, and we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Now, if you wanna, I do suggest, like, if you want like a kick to your Mongolian chicken, to add some red chili, like fresh red chili if you prefer. And that's if you want just that kick, like I'm telling you. So I actually like don't have like a fresh red chili, but I do believe that I do have some red chili flakes, I believe. No, I'm lying. But I do have some chili powder. So we're going to stir the garlic, the minced garlic. We're just gonna fry it for about 20 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and add me some chili powder. Not a lot, as you can see. Just like a little, just a little bit, so I can get like that little kick, you know? But like I said, if you have like a red chili, then you can go ahead and put that in the pan. So we have our minced garlic frying, and we don't want to burn it. Okay, so I'm gonna keep trying to mix it, and we're gonna take our hoisin sauce, and we're gonna do 4 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. So we're gonna use this, and we're gonna do 4 tablespoons of it. So 1. Try to get as much as you can out. 2, and then again, it depends on how much diced chicken you have. 3, and then 4. All right. I'm gonna mix that up. We'll try to get all of it out of here. Let's get that mixed up here. I'm really trying to get all of the sauce out. Okay, and then as that's cooking, I'm gonna turn down the stove, and we're gonna get our soy sauce, and we're gonna add 2 tablespoons. So we're gonna use the same spoon. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And we're gonna stir. And then we are going to get our, what is that called? Our brown sugar. We're gonna get our brown sugar. And we're going to add, I'm not gonna measure. I'm gonna add as much as I want. But you can add however much you want. Let's see. I got rocks in here, so bear with me. I'm gonna take just a little bit. And this is probably like a good 2 tablespoons of brown sugar that I just added to this. And we're just gonna mix it together like so. So as this is mixing, we're gonna get a cup, and we're going to do 1/2 cup of water, and then 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Mix, so you're gonna actually have to mix it. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Here's my cornstarch. So it's half a cup of water, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and you're just gonna get a cup or whatever it is that you want to use, and we're gonna mix it, and we're gonna pour it in, and you're gonna mix it up. And as you can see, the consistency is like a brownish. To get the sauce, we're gonna take our chicken and we're going to add it back. And I know I said some green onions. I did cut up my green onions, and I'm actually gonna turn the heat back up, and I'm gonna pour my green onions over my chicken, and I'm gonna toss. And then I'm just gonna let it cook just a little bit more. And as you can see, the consistency is like my sauce is thick, and that's what we want. So I'm just gonna let that cook just a little bit. Again, like I said, you can pair it with some rice, or whatever you want. Potatoes, it really doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm gonna saute me some spinach, and then I'm going to eat it just like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this cook just for like 2 minutes. Just let it cook a little bit, and then I will show you guys, and I'll make you some spinach and plate it and show you the finishing touch. All right, y'all, here it goes, plated and ready to eat. Again, this is the Mongolian chicken, and I did make my spinach in the same pan. I didn't clean it out, I just threw them right in. Added a little bit more oil and just cook it with some onions. So here it is. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get the notifications, and click the bell, and stay tuned for our next video.